Hello. Back with Endwalker. Absolutely beautiful update via Dawn Trail. Let's play some more Final Fantasy XIV. All right, I'm gonna. Oh, I guess I'm not gonna grab that unspoiled tree. I was trying to rush to get back on. I had promised I would be back around 11:30 to noon, and I just almost missed that window. I'm going to get all of these Perella leaves. Trying to make this oil. Okay. So, I hang out with these guys. Make this oil. Okay, let me make sure I... Okay, I need 8. Yes, I need 8 more Panelif oils. No, 8 more Perella oils. Group of 3, so I need to do 3 more quick syntheses. And we'll sell the rest. Okay. I'm just finishing up what I was trying to get done right there. All right. I have no idea how to get secret in the box. I looked it up, and one person, you're supposed to sleep in front of them. And I'm just like, whatever. I'm not even going to worry about that. Let's see. Next should be Crushing Tide, Limsa Laminsa. I think it was Monk, wasn't it? I think so. Go to Alaport and take care of this. I should have done that 90 while I was there. There's a 90 in Razat Han area. Veterinarian, I think that's what it's called. I noticed off stream, I love that you lean. But you didn't lean before. I love that you lean when you turn. It's such a little thing. And I love it. Banking. Well prepared, are you? Thou is not known for his patience. We must take care not to incur his ire. I was told he would be at the spawning grounds upon our arrival, but it appears he's been delayed. Let us speak with the Sahagin here. Perhaps one of them will be able to shed light on what may be keeping him. One more thing. I came here as a representative of Limsa Laminsa on a diplomatic mission. Should the talks deteriorate and the things come to blows, I cannot be seen to bloody my hands. I trust that you understand. And with that, let us be off. Merwib is now accompanying you. Keep her at your side in order to proceed with the quest objectives. And there's the tutorial again. Hey there, belligerent Sahagin.
What's this? Since when are filthy shorewalkers free to intrude upon our sacred spawning grounds?
Pray forgive our intrusion. We seek an audience with Master Dao. Where might we find him?
You will do no such thing, shorewalker. You have not forgotten what you did to Lord Leviathan. Be gone.
No, we won't get much out of this one. Let's try elsewhere.
Why do you trespass on our domain, vile shorewalkers?
We mean you no harm. We can come only for a peaceful parley with your leader, Master Dao. Where might we find him?
We desire no parley with the shorewalkers who would steal our home. Were it not for your insatiable selfishness, we Sardine would grow and flourish.
Your grievances are justified. That is why I would speak with Master Dao and work toward a peaceful solution.
Emptier words from this thieving shorewalker. But so be it. Soon you shall learn the futility of your efforts. Speaker Dao is currently overseeing security at the spawning grounds. You'll find him by the entrance. So mark my words. You'll wish you hadn't.
We shall see. I thank you for your aid. Hey there, Dao. What's up?
Shorewalkers in our spawning grounds. To what do I owe this displeasure?
Speaker Dao, I presume. Our apologies for entering into your home unannounced. I am Merwood Thorsprin, Chief Admiral of Limsa Laminsa, and this is Piotr Krolinsk. We come seeking a parley, that we might strive for peace between our peoples.
Parley, you say?
Prolonging this conflict any longer will lead only to needless suffering. The menace between our peoples face, the menace that both of our peoples face is great indeed. If ever there was a time to set aside our differences and come together for the greater good, it is now. I invite you to join us at the South Tide Gate for formal negotiations.
Shorewalkers and Sardine coming together. What assurance do I have you will not slit our gills the moment we set foot upon your territory?
I can offer naught but my word. We open our gates to you and invite you into our home as a sign of respect.
I do not trust you, Shorewalker, but never let it be said that Dao the Crushing Tide was a coward. I accept your offer, but attempt any treachery or subterfuge, and your people will drown in their own blood.
Very well, Master Dao. I look forward to a productive discussion. Let us return then. I shall send word to Null as well. I would have our Sahagin allies join us at the parley. All right, sounds good. I haven't looked at Ishgard yet. I'm really looking forward. I saw Ishgard in the list of things. Ooh, Chocobo looked nice also. I love how the mounts they bank as you turn. I love that. I keep getting distracted by it, but I love it so much. It needed to happen a long time ago. I'm glad it's happened. All right. Thank you for joining us here, Master Dao.
The air here sickens me. Be brief.
Aye, let us get straight to the heart of the matter. A common threat looms before us, one more powerful than any primal, with the potential to bring death without end to both Sahagin and Lilinthan alike. These circumstances call for swift and united action. You doubt our intentions, but I remind you that we have liberated many of your kin from Leviathan's enthrallment. They and the countless other Sahagin have joined us, of their own free will, that we may ensure the survival of both of our peoples.
Aye, by their deeds have the Liminsons proven themselves worthy of our trust.
Master Dao, you and your crushing tide want only to secure a future for your people. I say to you, this can only be done by confronting this threat together.
Threats? Threats? What is this threats you speak of? If it is unity you crave, then submit yourself to our command. Be as the Serpent Reavers. They are the only shore walkers I dare to call friend.
You would ask us to willingly surrender ourselves to the Lord of your world.
I do. And for that, and that alone, will ensure peace between us. Preposterous! You propose not alliance but servitude. This way lies nothing but death for all Sahagin. You hear this, my spawn brothers? The shorewalkers have stolen this one's mind. He decries Lord Leviathan and espouses the lunacy of our sworn foes. These treacherous wretches have abandoned our God and conspire to drive we faithful from our ancestral home. We cannot, we must not let this stand. For shame, forsaken by our spawn brothers, they side with the finless ones. They blaspheme Lord Leviathan. They who steal our spawning grounds and slaughter our children, our future, our future.
That seems like a problem.
Behold, behold this blessing. Lord Leviathan grants us greater and greater strength.
You would call this a blessing.
Such horrors. Flee, flee for your lives.
Does not look good at all. The beast makes for Alaport. I leave this place to you. All right. Let the puncheoning begin.
Splendid. Splendid. Let our lost spawn brothers be blessed with such power.
Bro. Hold on. Wow, okay. So this is different. already got that one. Okay. Well, then what was... Sorry, I'm just now realizing that a lot of these things have changed. Sweep. Bloodbath. Faint. Arm's length. True north. Okay. Action change settings. Okay. Yeah, you know what? We're just going to go. Wow, there's a lot going on there. I'm just looking at... Wow, okay. Yeah, this whole thing's in... I have to figure this all out. It's different. Okay.
This is the second time you've saved my life, Shorewalker. My gratitude is as boundless as the sea. But what of the Admiral? We must go and see to her aid.
Let's mend up and kind of figure this out. Yeah, I didn't realize all the actions that had changed. And so, yeah, we're going to figure this out. That was too late. I'm sorry.
There is no need for apologies. You are not responsible for my people's plight. What I cannot fathom is Dow's response. How pleased he was to see his brothers become slavering beasts.
The fool believes it is a blessing from the Leviathan himself. Any hope for a peaceful solution would be lost should Dow, his crushing tide, manage to wield these transformations as a weapon against us.
I shudder at the very thought. And yet the true threat, the blasphemy, is still out there, yes?
Just so. The first ones to transform are those who have fallen into the deepest depths of despair. The more painful their anguish, the more fearsome and formidable they become in their beastful forms, and the greater their influence over others.
We can scarcely hope to stand against a legion of such foes. Would that there were more of my people could do to help.
I will have the Maelstrom patrol the seas for the blasphemy, and we might slay it with all due haste. But this may well amount to naught. If the blasphemy, too, was born from a Sahagin, it could be sheltering in the depths beyond the reach of our ships.
In that case, pray allow my spawn brothers and I to serve as your eyes beneath the sea.
Thank you, Noel. Though through our efforts combined, we might yet weather this threat. As for your brothers who gave their lives today for the cause, I shall see that they are returned home to be laid to rest as they deserve.
You have my gratitude, Admiral.
And with that, we should return as well. There's much to be done, and we should see it done quickly.
Indeed.
So I have not yet come across, in the little bit of stuff I've done, any pictoments or anything. So I'm not sure where that would be. Ah, Peter. I was just sharing our findings. So you see, the danger is exactly as the Sahagin described. While Dal and his ilk have by no means been forcibly triggering the phenomenon at present, it is plain they intend to seek one out. We double our patrols offshore and inform me at the first sign of anything out of the ordinary.
It shall be done, Admiral.
I worry that we may be stretching ourselves too thin. Should the situation take a turn for the worse, I will recall our forces from Goldabald. Yet I would reserve that as a last resort. For now, I must get to work securing reinforcements. I ask that you remain close by. We may have need of your strength all too soon.
Sure. The Admiral's left a message for you, and the news is not good. It appears a Levinson merchant ship was assailed by a Sahagin riding party affiliated with the Crushing Tide. To further complicate matters, the vessel in question was carrying a shipment of crystals supplied to us by the kobolds of Ogumoro. The Admiral suspects that Dao means to use the planet crystals to summon Leviathan. She's gone to meet with Noel, and that we and our Sahagin allies might take swift action. She bids you join her immediately. Should the worst come to the worst, your experience in combating primals may prove essential. Pray make for the South Tide Gate and rendezvous with Admiral Bosford at once.
South Tide Gate, that's where we just were, isn't it? Yeah, okay. All right. So I may need to redo all of my hotbars, which that's a rather daunting prospect. In retrospect, it makes a lot of sense that I have to do that, but I had not considered that. Thank you for coming, Peter. The situation is grim. The Crushing Tide plundered one of the trading ships and seized a goodly stash of Ogumoro crystals.
Yes. Well, their aim is clear. It appears they lack the quantity needed to perform the summoning. Dao longs for the days that every Sahagin cries out for Lord Leviathan's deliverance, and will stop at nothing to see them return. I cannot fathom what the Crushing Tide are thinking. With satisfaction, what happiness can be found in giving over their hearts and minds to a false god?
And so we must thwart their designs, lest their bonds we have forged be forever broken. By the same token, we cannot ignore the blasphemy, nor the transformations its presence may bring about. A battle on two fronts. neither of which we can commit to at the expense of the other. As we sail into the eye of the storm, I would hear your counsel. What course of action would you propose?
Might we turn to the three great pirate powers for aid?
As it happens, I've already enlisted the executioners, the Krakens, and the Sirens to the cause. They've done much to bolster Maelstrom's efforts in scouring the seas for the blasphemy. So if I were to seek reinforcements, we'd have to turn elsewhere. But to whom?
Let's recruit the Yellow Jackets to the cause.
The Yellow Jackets are spread thin, keeping the coast safe from the crushing tide in their ranks. We cannot afford to dilute their ranks any further. No, we must look to another party for assistance, I'm afraid. Any other ideas?
Well, then that sounds like a job for the Company of Heroes, since there's no other options.
The Company of Heroes. Now, that's a name I've not heard in a long time. 'Tis true they answered the call many a time. Indeed, other than you and yours, there are arguably none better suited to the task of primal slaying. But they disbanded over 5 years ago, and neither hide nor hair has been seen of their commander since. Absent their leader, I suspect that they will be reluctant to join their cause. To join our cause. And yet I can think of no better option. I'll contact Whiskate, their elsewhere commander's right-hand man, and see if he will not at least hear us out. I'll ask him to meet us at the Drowning Wench. Let us hope he's receptive to our offer.
Boy, Company of Heroes, that's from a realm reborn.
No. Might I trust you and your brothers to continue the search for the blasphemy in the meantime?
Yeah, but of course, Admiral. Should we discover anything, you'll be the first to know.
All right. Nymph? We're good. Okay. Back here then. Seems quieter. Feels like there's less random music. It's less constant music, I should say. All right. So we get a company.
My apologies for the delay.
They said no, huh? So your plea fell on deaf ears. And here I swore 5 years ago I was done playing the hero. Could someone explain to me what this is all about? Believe it or not, I'm a respectable man with respectable obligations these days. Now take that polearm out of your arse, old friend, and stop pretending you're not still the same murderous bastard at heart. What's that wicked tongue of yours, Udo? Lest I skewer it and prove you right. Nothing like a reunion with dear companions over a bottle of Wench's finest vintage. That is why we're here, right? What's up, Corinthians? Hey, happy Dawn Trail Day. We're having so much fun. Everything is so pretty. I'm loving it. You know, the thing, it's funny. The thing I'm enjoying the most is actually banking.
When you turn a mount, now they'll bank, and I love that. I shouldn't love it as much as I do, but boy, I do. It's so awesome. How are you doing? Oh yeah, I'm having a ball. Just patching. Oh yeah. Well, feel free to stick around until it finally downloads. We're having a lot of fun. I tell you, the queue was insane when it first went live. It's around 1,300, give or take. But when I logged in again, it was very, very quick. So much better now.
Long time no eye catch, Uplanders. Bravelock's tummy tickled to see Gobby friends again.
Love the Gobbies. Thank you for assembling on such short notice.
Oh, spare us the pleasantries, Admiral. Why are we here?
I make a simple request. Reform the Company of Heroes, and lend Limsa Laminsa your strength. You have a reason, I'm sure. I would like to hear it. Oh, we're being attacked by monsters from the sea. And there's a crazy Sahagin who feels like it's Lord Leviathan granting them superpowers. So there you have it. A terrible fiend known as the Blasphemy prowls our seas, transforming the Sahagin into ravening beasts. At the same time, the Sahagin themselves, specifically a hostile faction calling themselves the Crushing Tide, have declared their intentions to summon Leviathan anew. Should they succeed, it would be hard-pressed to deal with the primal while still dealing with the other threats. A right pickle indeed. But the answer is no. The commander disbanded the company, and as his first mate, it's not my place to gainsay his final order. So that, I say. Have you forgotten our company's creed? The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. It's getting slammed with game release this month and early next month. Oh, what's, with this game or with a different game? Are the people now in danger not the same men and women who fought to defend years ago? The commander would not have turned his back on them, and neither should we. No words from England, I don't know. But do you truly believe that we can honor them as we are? Old mercenaries are past their prime, lacking the commander whose wisdom and prowess saw them to glory once upon a time. Ah, yes, your commander. What if Peter here were to lead you in his stead? Surely you'd not question his abilities. Oh boy, I keep getting recruited. It is Crime Boss. Rockay City. Yesterday was Boys of the Blue. Today is Early Access. And the second is both. Oh yeah. Yeah. Very much so. Yeah. Good times, but yeah, lots and lots. An intriguing proposition. I, for one, would not be averse to serving under such a decorated hero.
Gobby friend has goodly head on fighty think, and goodly arms for thinky fight.
Ringing as an endorsement as any. And I'd hear it from the man himself. Do you believe you're capable of leading a company of heroes into battle? A better battle than a banquet. Still nursing that grudge, are we? I suppose we still owe you a dozen favors. If you're willing to lead, we'll follow. 5 years to the day. Truth be told, I was enjoying the more leisurely life, but when duty calls... Oh, wait. Before we proceed, I must ask, have we no way of reaching out to the commander? Forgotten how he took his leave, have we? Up and vanishing, so we could each find our own way, apart from him and the company. I doubt we'll see him again, much as I wish we would. To the matter at hand, the mission you will undertake. First, you will aid us tracking down the blasphemy that roams the seas. Second, you'll prevent the Crushing Tide from summoning the Leviathan at all costs. Oh, is that all?
And here I thought we might get our feet wet with a real challenge. Yeah, but all seriousness, we should take care to decide who attends to what. Sounds like a job for our acting commander. I'm sure he'll give it all due consideration. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of games releasing right at the beginning of summer, official beginning of summer. Yeah. Lots of fun to be had. Like I said, this is great. I haven't gotten to anything Dawntrail yet. I'm not even out of the post Endwalker. In fact, I'm not even really to the post Endwalker. I've just been doing all the extra stuff that's popped up when you first log in after beating it. So yeah, lots and lots to do, as you say. So if I'm understanding this correctly, we're to bring down this so-called blasphemy. Of course, to do that, we'll need to find the damn thing first. You've also got to prevent the crushing tide from summoning their god, Leviathan. It's all over in and of itself. As acting commander, it's your job to decide who'll be doing what, based on the skills we each have to offer. I'd recommend that you start by having a chat with each of us, that you might develop a sense for our strengths and weaknesses, and mostly strengths, of course, of the storied veterans under your command. Sure. I can talk to each of you guys. My specialty, you ask? Why, impaling fiends with this lance of mine. Of course, the stronger the foe, the better. None are a match for me. 36 gig left to patch. Yeah, it's an insanely large patch. Everything looks gorgeous after the patch, but yeah, it is very, very large. I've noticed the biggest difference is Realm Reborn areas. They look really, really good. And, they didn't so much before. It would be folly to waste my talents on dealing with those slippery fishermen. Set me against their so-called blasphemy, and I'll have a thing on a skewer before you can say Melwood Boswin. Pursuing and slaying the blasphemy sounds good. A wise choice. Send Daniel to the side again. He'd like to help them summon Leviathan to save his bloodlust. I'll speak plain. I'm not some battle-crazed barbarian like Ladanith. As a known of the U, a tribe of peerless hunters, I conduct my affairs with discipline and prudence. As such, I know better than to have any rush headlong into battle. It is rarely the best course of action. Far wiser is to observe from afar and proceed with caution. It can prevent the primal summoning. Very astute, if I do say so myself. There are few better suited to the task of averting needless bloodshed than the famously circumspect Udant Nun. As you know, my vision is somewhat lacking these days. I can still defend myself when necessary, but I'd rather not come to that. My condition also leaves me rather unsuited to scouting and searching. That wasn't always the case, but such is life. On the other hand, I'd like to think I've gotten quite good at sounding out the intentions of others, doing negotiations and the like. You can prevent the primal summoning. You have a keen sense for these things, I see. More so than reconnaissance or battle, Charmaine has a knack for working behind the scenes to see their company's goals achieved. Which means the last one's going to be attacking the primal, right?
Brayflex, master remaker of Illuminati treasures, offers much hand-lending with ingenuity. Fire-seeking spyglass can see the ocean deep. Crack fires go boom and blast beasts to bitty bits.
Get that blasphemy. A logical choice, if I do say so myself. Bravelock's mastery of tools and armaments are sure to avail you in tracking and felling the beast. All right, then. It would seem everyone has their assignments. I dare say the choices you've made are nigh impeccable. If I didn't know better, I'd think you'd been leading us for years. I'm just good at this. Been doing it for a while. Also, you kind of led me straight to the answers. And with that, it's time we got to work. I've procured link pearls for one and all, that we can keep each other appraised of our progress. You may pick them up at the Maelstrom Command. Well, we'd best be off then. Should we have need to regroup or consider our strategy, call for us. Well, sure. All right, we'll see ya. I'll return to command and share these developments here with the Secretariat and the Sahagin friends. Do join me if you can, Commander Pieter. Well, I've never been an admiral before. All right. So one thing I've noticed that has got me concerned, I mean, not like very concerned, but kind of concerned, is that the white scripts have been discontinued, and there's nowhere that I have seen that I can trade them in. I went looking in the place that, when I looked online, said would be the place to turn them in, and the obsolete trader is not trading the white scripts. And so I don't know where I have to go exactly. The obsolete trader in Mordona is not trading white scripts. And so I'm like, that's the problem. Oh, Peter, the Admiral has appraised me of the situation in full. Furnish Peter with a link pro. Sorry, furnish Peter with a link pro, yes? Of course, Admiral. It would seem the company is trying to reach us. The company is trying to reach us. That's the right voice. Hey there, Commander. Just a word, and I'll come running. Lower your goddamn voice, will you? Bite your tongue, I'll track you down and rip yours out. Oh, they sound more like mortal enemies than old companions. That's where Peter comes in. I'm trusting you to whip them back into shape. Make them a force to be reckoned with. Oh, yeah, sure. I'll have the Secretariat contact you if there are any developments. I would convey them to the entire company by link pearl, but we cannot afford anyone taking reckless action. In the meantime, I'll reach out to Null and see what he's gleaned about the crushing tide in their hideout. Let us hope for good things, Commander. All right. Good deal. Okay. So that is finished. Next is when the Kami answer, which I believe calls for dancing and bartery. I think that's going to be the fastest way to get there. Reunion. Every time I see that in a Final Fantasy context, I immediately go, Final Fantasy VII. But yeah, when you turn, don't see it as much with this one, but Creature's Bank. There we go, you see a little bit there. Maybe the fact that he's a lizard is what keeps him from banking as much. Kind of low to the ground and whatnot. All right. So I'm excited to see what Company of Heroes is going to do. Peter, Yugari, my apologies if I gave you cause for concern. Assessing the state of affairs here in Asari has proven difficult. To put it simply, the people, one and all, refuse to speak with me. They simply bow their heads and turn away at my approach. Knowing the blasphemy originated here, I cannot help but wonder if that has aught to do with their silence. Perhaps you could attempt to engage with the people in my stead. Surely they have no cause to deny the two of you. I should hope not. Nevertheless, I'll don a disguise lest I draw undue attention. Come, Peter. Let's see what we can discover. Thank you, both of you. All right. Let's go. Hey there, burly villager. What's up? Great debt to Lord Ian. If not for him, I'd still be fighting under the Imperial standard. But the village suffers dearly under the occupation. What's more, our Lord failed to punish the Viceroy for her crimes and failed to reunite many with their loved ones. I understand why some would think poorly of him, even if I do not. A blasphemy? Oh, surely you're mistaken, my friend. Our village is visited not by a monster, but by a kami, Izanami. Where the Lord Hien is cold and callous, she offers us boundless compassion and love. Izanami. That's a vaguely familiar name. That must be from some previous game, because I'm remembering that. Ah, that's right. The blasphemy is born of a young woman here in Isari. Tragic, really. Every day she prayed for the safe return of her husband, but it was not to be. If I'm to be honest, I fear the loss drove the poor girl. I fear the loss drove her poor mother-in-law mad. Kasei has ever been a devout believer in the kami and their blessings, but she somehow convinced herself Minomo has become one. The delusions of a grieving parent, obviously, but an alarming number of people have come to share in her belief. The heresy is what it is. So Izanami is the goddess of death from Japanese legend. I know her from a lot of sources, but the one I'm most associated with is the Persona series. So they've decided Izanami is the culprit. I see. Little wonder they would refuse to confide in me. The belief held by some is that this blasphemy is a kami. However, that's very concerning. Izanami resides over life and death. She gives birth to the nation of Doma and ushers souls of the departed into the land of the dead. I trust you understand what that would mean to deny them a source of hope in such dark times, even one such as this. The villagers also claim that Kasei will speak with the dead. They say that she can. In fact, she will be holding a gathering to demonstrate her powers ere long. The perfect opportunity to gauge the extent of their fanaticism. Not for me, of course. My presence will draw undue attention. Might I ask both of you to attend in my stead? Her followers will be gathering in the tavern. Come on. Yeah, I had the thing as Izanami. What Final Fantasy game did that come from? But no. That I associate that with the Persona games, but it is actual Japanese legend. That outfit. Oh, spirits of Isari, I beseech you, lend me your voice, and let the presence be known. Cross the veil and be amongst us once more. Akitsu. Father? Still tending the nets, like I taught you. Yes, Father, every day. Thanks to you, we never want for fish. Our bellies are never empty. I am proud to be your son. I was always too embarrassed to tell you before, but... Okay, Cox. What message are you giving me? Okay. I was too embarrassed to tell you before, but... And I'm proud to see you have been your father.
May you ever be blessed by the sea's bounty.
It hurts. It hurts. Father, what's wrong?
He's in terrible pain, my child. Those who have cheated death's design yet live. It has disrupted the natural order, and the spirits suffer for it.
What must we do to ease their pain?
Fear not. Izanami shall put all to rights. She'll claim the souls not long for this world and deliver them into the hereafter. When her work is finished, your father's spirit and all the others will find peace.
Could you find my father? Could you help me speak with him? Kasei, can you commune with my husband?
What about my family? Help me, Kasei, please.
This is a problem. Got a charlatan.
So is Kasei's ability all that she claims?
It didn't seem like it. Looked like cold reading from where I was standing.
The young man spoke with his dearly departed father through her. I find that rather hard to believe.
Even so, those in attendance appeared quite convinced, my lord.
And I suspect a great many of the villagers I've spoken with recently are as well. Everywhere I went, the people were in so much pain. There's nothing I could do or say to give them any solace. Yet, for all their anguish, there not been a single report of villagers turning since the incident with Tonbo's brother. Which can only mean word of Kasei and our ability to speak with the deceased to spread. The belief we can commune with our loved ones in death is a comfort far beyond my power to provide. Though I fail to see how the people could abide the Kame claiming innocent lives to restore order. Indeed.
She comes. Izanami.
The blasphemy? Here? What is? Night sky, though.
Lord Hien, the Kame, she just appeared as if from nowhere, and in the instant this poor man was...
So we were too late.
Wasn't he one of the villagers returned in a prisoner exchange?
You recognize him then? Curious that he and the blasphemy's first victim were former conscripts. What could the fiend be after, I wonder?
It did not become my lord to speak ill of the Kame.
I understand you come to investigate the rumors of a monster born in our village. A blasphemy, you called it. But you are sorely mistaken. My daughter-in-law, Minato, has chosen to serve as a vessel for Izanami. I witnessed her ascension with my own eyes.
Oh,
Heck yeah. Gotta watch that horn. Minato, please. I can't. I won't. There's no logic in it. There's no justice. The witch Doma spared, given a second chance, and my husband died, content to die as a conscript. I'll never know what became of him. Lord Hien can even give me that. When I look at the families he made whole, at their happiness, I feel the hole in my heart, a gaping wound that'll never heal, and begin to bleed. Only in my beloved's side will I find peace. Oh, you mustn't lose faith, Minato. All will be well. Trust in the Kami and Izanami. I want to believe, but oh dear. We've decided that there's an army, huh? Yes, an army has come to bring peace to the souls of the departed, to restore balance between this world and ours. Surely you'd not dare defy the will of the Kami. This balance you speak of has claimed the lives of 2 innocents, but recently returned to us. I cannot, I will not accept that the Kami would condone such cruelty. No crueler than the sight of the Yotsuyu, free and forgiven, while my husband and son fought Garlemald's wars, now dead and forgotten in a foreign land. With all due respect, Lord Hien, is it not your duty to protect Doma and her people? How are we to put our faith into a man who places the enemy's safety and well-being above his own subjects? Only the Kami are deserving of our adoration, as they have always been. Seems like a problem. The villagers no doubt loathe to ask it of me, but preparations must be made for burials and funeral rites. I can offer that much at least. You seemed distracted during our conversation with Kasei. Is something the matter? But you're done with Endwalker. I am doing the post-content. So, the patch business, the echo. And the blasphemy was indeed born of Minato. To bear witness of such horror, how the mind must have struggled to comprehend what she saw. Oh, yep. And as a woman of faith, perhaps her only surviving family becoming one with the divine was the only reality with which she could come to terms. I believe I now know what must be done, but I pray her fervor does not drive her to oppose us. Come, let us return to the Enclave. All right. Armadillo Boulder. No, Bowler. So, hi, Bruni. Welcome. 7.0 is gorgeous, especially the Realm Reborn places. All the outfits are really pretty. The eyes are really pretty. The
the mounts bank when they turn, and I don't know why I love that, but I do so freaking much. And it's just like, wow, I'm just real easy to please, aren't I? I like it. Can I donate again? You've touched Dawn Trail? Is it everything you wanted and more? From what you told me of your vision, the nature of Minato's despair, as well as the focus of her eye, is clear. It is plain she was a good-natured, kind-hearted woman, grieving for the loss of her husband. This loss alone may not have been enough to turn her, but my failure to hold Yutsuya to account, together with the sight of her families reunited, compounded the turmoil of her broken heart. The path to despair paved by my good intentions. A truth that will weigh heavily on my conscience until my dying day. It's something, no spoilers obviously, have not gotten too deep into it, just enough to scratch my itch in case it crashes. I mean, it's kind of a thing, right? Yeah, I was joking in another server this morning as I was logging in, like right when it came online, and there's like 1,300 queues. This is a ridiculous number. And I was like, okay, everyone make sure you participate in the stress test. I did very well. Truth that weigh heavily on my conscience to my dying day. Minato was prepared to die in sadness rather than live in hatred. If she could see the beast she had become, she'd implore us to stop her. Mine was 20-something. Nothing too bad. Yeah. I mean, the 1,000 was like very early. It was like, it went live at 4 a.m. and I was there at like 4:02. And I was like, oh, well, that's predictable. I was logging in at once. Which is why we must find the others who will return to us in the prisoner exchange before they come to harm. Once their safety is assured, we may hunt down the blasphemy and bring a close to this tragedy. Sounds like a plan, man. All right. Well, I'm going to use the restroom really quick, grab some coffee, and we'll continue with the gorgeousness that is 7.0. Be right back. So, Bruni, while you're here, I'm going to ask you a couple questions. First off, one I think you should answer, and then one I don't think, at least I don't think there is an answer, but I'm going to ask anyway. So, firstly, where do you pick up Pictomancer? Because I'm sure you know. I know you were looking forward to that about as much as I was. And then the second question will be, Old Gridania. Okay. So I will head that way. And, the second question Has to do with these. The white crafter and gatherer scripts. By the Conjurer's Guild? Okay. Oh, well, I'm going to head there right freaking now. So the White Gatherer script, when I looked it up online, it was like, oh, you need to go to Mordona, to the person who trades out old currencies. Do you have any level for DPS in the magic that is level 80? Yeah. All right, cool. Thank you. So satisfying. But yeah, when I went to the lady who was supposed to be able to give you that stuff, she's like, I have everything else, but I don't have the White Gatherer scripts. Like, oh, cool. Nice. So, yes. Okay. We're going to start Pictomancer because I want to. Quest will unlock Pictomancer. Yeah, magical DPS. I actually have Summoner, which is like level 90. Matron, hear me. One more complaint this day, and I swear. Okay, because you're going to need level 80, and Steps of Null is the same for Viper. So Viper is over in Steps of Null. Yep. I saw that one. There we go. Almost done? Excitement. Ahem. Forgive me my rambling, please. Sorry, I'm used to Doma. I use Southern accent for the East, and so everything just sticks to Southern accent. It's like once I start, it's hard for me to stop. Forgive me my rambling, but please tell me you haven't come to make a complaint. I'll have you know my evening is going swimming. Like, thank you very much. Well, I should warn you that a Moogle has been making a nuisance of himself here in Gridania. The Palmed Pest has been harassing adventurers in an attempt to rope them into some painting endeavor. Despite the lack of interest, he refuses to give up. You are an adventuring sort, are you not? If so, you'd be wise to give that Moogle a wide berth. Unless you are the artistic adventuring sort. I suspect he's still loitering in the Aetheryte Plaza, if my tale has piqued your interest. Music. Okay. Gonna need a level 80. The null's the same for a Viper. Okay, cool. So do I have to have magical range DPS? Because I mean I do. I'm just gonna do this with Sage. Trouble leveling up my low-level stuff as I go. But yeah, I have that available, so I can totally do that. Red Mage works. Looks like one other looks like it too. Yep. Red Mage and yeah, Summoner. Summoner's level 90. Red Mage is up there. I think those are my only two magical range DPS right now. I love that it hides everyone. It's like, oh, there's this thing. I did see these big piles of people. I assumed that was where the beginning of Dawn Trail was. But I guess, no, this is Pictomancer. Everyone needs Pictomancer in their life.
You there, Kupo. How would you like to do some painting?
What about the scripts? Okay. So there are some obsolete White Gatherer scripts. And when I looked it up online, it was like, oh, you trade those at Mordona. And here's the person, and here's where they're located. And so I went to the person in Mordona, and she could trade the other currencies, the other obsolete currencies, the stuff you would get at level 90. but I couldn't find anything for White Gatherer scripts there. And so I was like, oh, okay.
Not ordinary painting, mind you. Magic painting, where your works come to life, and your imagination's the limit.
Those look at each other. Like, can you believe this guy? I love it. This thing will not take effect yet till full release. Makes sense. Try when full game release happens, so July 2nd. That works. Thank you.
Ah, Kupo nuts. Why won't anyone give me a chance? They could do so much good with the power of Pictomancy. You had me at magic painting. What did you say, Kupo? You're not pulling my palm, are you? You wish to know more about Pictomancy? Truly?
Oh yeah, we're totally doing
this. Oh, hooray, hooray! My name's Kupopo, and I'm extremely pleased to meet you, Kupo.
Your name is Popo?
I'm an inheritor of the Pictomancer's soul crystal, and I seek a creative individual who can carry on this arcane artistry.
Well, I've already done your bard stuff.
History lessons in order. Pictomancy was conceived some 1,500 years ago in the dusk of the 5th Astral Era, when other schools of magic had originated during that period, such as black and white, or expressions of the caster's will. Pictomancy relies on something even more abstract. The imagination. By channeling aether into a concept held in one's mind's eye, the Pictomancer can give form to the formless.
Boy, that sounds an awful lot like what I've already read about on ancient times.
It's a bit tricky to wrap your head around, I know. But that's precisely why the great Archeon realm, the founder of Pictomancy, incorporated the painter's tools into our art. A gifted artist, as well as a mage, Rain took up the brush instead of the staff and wielded aether like paint to give shapes to her imaginings. In this way was Pictomancy born, a magic discipline unlike any other, Kupo. Now, Realm was a charitable soul and never ever used her power for self-serving ends. She dedicated her life to aiding and defending those in need. During the War of the Magi, Realm traveled the land and saved countless people with her Pictomancy, and it was for those deeds that she earned a place among the 12 Archons. So how about it? Would you like to take up the Archon's noble legacy and become, dare I say it, a Realm reborn?
Thank you.
You got it. Wonderful, Kupo. Your enthusiasm warms my heart. As I have only one crystal, soul crystal, however, I must ensure I entrust it to the right person. Therefore, before I grant you this dazzling opportunity, I require you to attend a job interview. Seek me out at Carline Canopy, and make sure to come prepared with your fanciest Pictomanciest answers for my flurry of very professional questions.
Those little paws are adorable. Okay. So yeah, I saw this big pile of people over here, and again, I assumed it was the beginning of Darn Trail. That was like where the Darn Trail thing would start. But nope. It's a Pictomancy. Why, hello there, nudists.
Hey there, Kapoopoo. Oh, there you are. I would have invited you to my cozy little hovel and put out tea and biscuits, except I don't have a cozy little hovel. And any home to speak of, for that matter. Such is the life of the itinerant Moogle, Kupo. I haven't a guild of my name either, so I can't order us hot tea or biscuits. But we can avail ourselves of the table.
Let's do it.
Ahem. By the power vested in me, I now pronounce this interview commenced. Kupo. Now, let's begin with the basics. Might I have your full name?
I'm Peter Krolinsk.
Oh, 'tis a fine name. Well met, Peter Krolinsk. Right, on to the next question. What do you consider your primary vocation?
Oh, this is so tempting.
I'm between jobs at the moment. I'm between jobs at the moment. Oh, I apologize if I asked a sensitive question. But take heart, my friend. If you pass my interview, you'll become a certified pictomancer, and all the realm shall ooh and ah at you. And then moving along to the next question. How would you rate your artistic abilities? My stick figure drawings are second to none. Well, I, for one, think stick figures are wonderful. This is your honest answer. You'll be pleased to know that pictomancy relies more on one's imagination than their artistic abilities, so don't fret about your egregious lack of the latter. Speaking of imagination, let's try and put yours to work. Tell me the first thought that enters your mind when you hear the word Moogle. Furry little shites. Let's see. That's the very first thing that comes to my mind. I beg your pardon? That's a rather unsettling answer, but I suppose there's a fine line between genius and madness. I won't dwell on it, Kupo. Now, this very next question is very important. Someone's in trouble. What do? Help them without question. I didn't expect any other answer, Kupo. If I may ask a follow-up question, can you share a recent example of when you approached a soul in distress? Come again, a hero has been inundated with complaints about my pictomancy pitches. Yeah, unfortunately, he was really annoyed. Oh dear, that is rather disappointing, disheartening, Kupo. But this isn't about me. What's important is that you are not one to ignore the plight of another. That willingness to serve a greater purpose and emulate Archon Realm's example is the key to becoming a truly talented pixomancer. Having considered your answers, I reckon you have what it takes to become a capable pictomancer. Oh, I'm so relieved to find you, Kupo. I deem you worthy of the Soul Crystal. However, I should warn you that it comes with some proverbial strings attached. A bit of emotional baggage, too. You see, several moons ago, I got into a terrible argument with my best friend, and we went our separate ways, and I've not seen her since. I wish I could meet her again, just try to reconcile more than anything. So if we hear aught of her during our journey together, I'd like you to lend me a helping hand. This is so Moogle. That is such a Moogle thing to say. If you're still willing to train as Pictomancer with this condition in mind, then the Soul Crystal's yours. Just say the word, Kupo.
Moogles are just... Like I said, I just almost said no when it was helping the Moogles, and I knew it was an important Beast Tribe quest. I guess they're now called... what are they called? Society quests. It was so important, and it was so big, and it was just like... They had sent me on so many nonsense, stupid runs involving BS that I was like, you know what? I almost want to say no. But I didn't. And it was totally worth it. But yeah, that is my impression of Moogles.
So you still wish to be a Pictomancer in full acceptance of my condition?
I do. Despite my better judgment.
Then as promised, I bestow upon you the Soul Crystal. And to help you get started, I prepared a set of equipment. Hopefully it fits, Kupo.
Quest complete. Pictomancer unlocked. We're definitely doing Pictomancer. Like right now. Like right now. I'm going to go into a changing room to change.
Have a pleasant stay.
Okay. weathered around brush. Oh, so pretty. Okay, canvases and palette gauge unlocked. Pictomancers use the staff for a brush, painting their imaginings upon a canvas and bringing them to life through magic. By utilizing the creature canvas, the weapon canvas, and the landscape canvas, a variety of effects can be produced. Creature motifs can be rendered through living muse. That's a depiction of rendered motif, assembling a depiction of palm and depiction of wings. Creates a Mughal portrait, like the execution of the Manga of the Ages. Weapon motifs are painted with a weapon canvas and can be rendered to life through steel muse. When a hammer is painted on the canvas, striking muse can be performed, allowing the execution of a hammer stamp. Landscape motifs are painted on the landscape canvas and can be rendered to life through scenic muse. While starry sky is painted on the canvas, starry muse can be performed, increasing the damage dealt. Palette gauge and white paint can be accumulated by executing certain aether hue spells. Once your palette is sufficiently saturated with aether, you can consume a portion of the palette gauge to execute subtractive palette, which will temporarily alter the properties of your aether hue spells, significantly enhancing them. Additionally, white paint can be spent to execute Holy in White. Okay. Why don't you say we put some clothes on? $13. This one goes to $15. It goes to $16. It goes to $17. And just move this setup. Die! Okay. Very nice. Okay, well, when we have free moments, we will play Pictomancer. Another magical range DPS. That brings us up to 3 magical range DPS. Coolio. Now that we're all dressed up, let's go talk with Kupopo again.
Very nice. Now you literally embody the soul of a Pictomancer, Kupo. While a Pictomancer's brush may look like a big paintbrush, it is in fact a stylized variety of staff. And that said, you're probably wondering why we don't just use staves. Well, put simply, it's much easier to bring your imagination to life through the Museum of Art. Medium of Art. Magic brushes and ink allow a Pictomancer to express abstract thoughts in a deliberate manner, Kupo. As I mentioned, though, it's ultimately your imagination that matters the most. With the wisdom of Pictomancers passed at your disposal, you already possess an artistic skill that you require. Now, as much as I'd love for you to get to painting right away, there's something else we must do first. We must go to Nautika's altar and apologize to the hero you mentioned. And by we, I mean me. Off we go, Kupo.
Outro mission music.
I'm not excited, you're excited.
It appears we have finished this. All right. Crystal is so crystally. Yeah, bring a gift. For the love of the elementals, no more complaints. I beg your pardon. Adventurer, that Moogle there, is that perhaps... Indeed, I'm the one who caused you so much trouble. It wasn't my intention to do so, and I've come to beg forgiveness, Koopa. Oh, I see. As you appear to be genuinely remorseful, all I can ask is that you refrain from aggressive salutations henceforth. Agreed? Oh, you have my word, Koopa. And now that I've found a capable Pictomancer, my soliciting days are over. I'm relieved to hear that. With this matter settled, I may turn my attention to another situation. Oh? Well, what situation might this be? Distressing noises coming from an empty manor in the Gentry's ward. Fiends are believed to be haunting the cellar, and their nightly clamor is keeping the surrounding residents awake. Oh. Oh. Fiends, you say? Peter here will deal with them for you, Koopo. I'm sorry? Remember, the spirit of the Pictomancer to help a lending hand, to shine a light of hope for those in need. This is a welcome opportunity to put your newfound skills to the test. Rest assured, I'll be there to offer sage advice every wing flap of the way. All right, I guess. I'm sure. Let's do it. Your offer of aid is kind indeed, and I accept it with thanks. The Gentry's ward is situated just past Apkalu Falls. Proceed there when you're ready. And ready we are, aren't we, Peter? Let the Pictomancy training begin, Koopo. All right. Learned all Pictomancer actions and traits to level 80. Detailed descriptions can be found in Action and Traits menu. The game is like, hey, you really want to look at this before you just, like, hop in? And, of course, I'm just like, nope, in we go. We don't. Training's for losers. We're just going to start flapping our brush at things. Thwack, thwack, thwack. I should probably follow this other Pictomancer. What do you say? In fact, I see it, so I'm just going to run now. Meow. The story was Tortoise and the Hare, not Tortoise and the Kitty Cat. Wait, Hare and the... Wait, who won that battle? Oh well. Kapopo, let's go. The Gentry's war led just beyond these gates. Are you ready to put your skills to the test, Koopo? I am ready to paint up a storm. Maybe.
Excellent. Time to clear out that manor, Kupo.
I look forward to beating my head against this wall until it works.
Here we are, Kupo. I sense monsters lurking below. Before we charge in, allow me to expound upon the fundamentals of pictomancy. Alright, go ahead. But first, you must paint a motif on canvas. Only then can you bring it to life.
Okay.
Try making a palm motif. Now go on, don't be shy. Well done, Kupo. Now to unleash it upon your foes. Focus your magics on the striking dummy and summon your palm muse.
Kablow.
Palms away! Splendid work, Kupo. Next, give me your best wing motif.
Alright.
Very good, Kupo. And now you may invoke your winged muse against our friend, the striking dummy.
Nice.
With palms and wings fresh in your mind, I want you to imagine what these muses could accomplish together. By fusing them, you'll give life to a fantastical Moogle. Kupo. Think big, magnificent thoughts and envision your new friend, the Mog of the Ages. Excellent, Kupo. He may not be as winsome as yours truly, but he'll serve you well enough. Aside from your Moogle, a hammer stamp is an excellent alternative to pummeling foes. But if you should wish to provide support, I recommend inspiring your allies with a starry muse. Never stop dreaming up those motifs, Kupo. Your allies will thank you, and your enemies won't know what hit them. It's time to get some used to. It takes some getting used to, so feel free to experiment, Kupo. I'll be here when you're ready. Faster than speeding paintbrush, Kupo. You require a swift escape. Safety is a smidge away. Striking muse looks quite clever. It looks like quite the cobbler, Kupo. Very impressive.
Okay, computer. Wake up. Hammer motif. Sky motif.
What breathtaking scenery, Kupo. Had we other allies here, I'm sure they'd certainly be just as odd. Not as odd as you, obviously. You're the oddest one here. Wait, what was I saying?
All right. It's time for another potty break because I've been hitting this liquid's a little too hard. I'll be right back. All right, then. Last caffeinated liquid.
Yeah, let's proceed. All set, Kupo? Well, it's time we silence that noise. The infestation's worse than I expected. We should clear these ones out first. Let's make a lesson of it, Kupo. By casting spells of different hues, your palette will begin storing aether. With a sufficiently saturated palette, you may avail yourself of the subtractive palette's increased might. Palette gauge will fill the performing single power ghost with fire and red. Area effect combo, spraying with fire 2 and red will also fill the palette gauge. Palette gauge reaches 50, you'll be able to use subtractive palette. Subtractive palette is active, you'll be able to cast stronger aether use spells. To 75. Okay, 100. You're a natural with that subtractive palette, Kupo. It seems you've scared off all the stragglers as well. Well, let's head further in. Now that is an obnoxious little noisemaker, Kupo. Since you've grasped the basics, I'll leave you to your pictomancy. Show that Spriggan what for. The motif takes concentration, Kupo. Use your brushstrokes wisely.
your enemy's movements begin to overwhelm, bring one of your muses to life. Hammer.
And down he goes. Duty complete. Very nice.
Well done, Peter. I knew you'd make an excellent Pictomancer from the first.
Did you really, though?
Of course I did. Moogle's honor. In any case, with those clamors being gone for good, the residents can rest easy once more. Come, let's quit this place. The dampness doesn't agree with my fur.
Let's go. Good times.
Allow me to congratulate you on a successful first outing, Peter. The Pictomancers of Eld would be proud. Though you may yet be a novice at the art, as a veteran adventurer, you grasp the fundamentals quickly, as well you should, Kupo.
Oh, you say so, huh?
Archon Realm didn't urge her disciples to roam the star for their own amusement, you know. She wished for them to be intimately understanding of the wider world, to journey to lands unknown and savor every discovery, to revel in sensations and emotions, and yes, even in danger. For those experiences, they enrich the palette of the imagination, making one's Pictomancy all the more vibrant, Kupo.
Cool. Oh, you returned. I began to worry and came to see whether all was well. Dare I hope you've dealt with the fiends?
Oh yeah, we'll take care of them. No problem.
Wonderful, wonderful. With this, all outstanding matters of concern have been addressed. And like the residents of the Gentry's ward, I too may sleep soundly once more. You both have my heartfelt gratitude. May the matron keep you, wheresoever you should go.
And did you see how happy we made him? Oh, that's the power of Pictomancy for you.
That's good.
And this is just the beginning. As part of your training, you and I shall travel near and far, searching for those in need, just as Archon Realm once did. But you mustn't forget our promise either. Before we take to the road, I'd like to see if the locals know anything about my friend. In the meantime, I bid you dedicate yourself to honing your skills, Kupo.
Sure, you got it. All right. Well, this is a fun little adventure. Unfortunately, we shall have to move on to the next item up for bid, which is aroma. So we need to make the panel loaf, which I believe we just need to buy like an insane amount of what? Something I had to buy just a silly amount of. Grade 5 mind alchemy. I need 24. I have 2. So I need to buy 22 of those. Grade 5? Yeah, grade 5 mind alchemy. Alright. Grade 5 mind alchemy. 99 more than 22. That's 1. We make 6 of these. I need 4 more. Oh, that worked. Halfway done. Sun goes down. Two left. Two left. Innovation? Yes, innovation. And more wasting not. Let's look at us the rest of the way there, right? Yep. Okay, and one more. Cat's over here sighing. It's a rough life being a cat. I'm sure he's more than a little irritated that I keep playing video games in his bedroom. Of course, there's a room with his bed. It's not this room. Much more comfortable, therefore he doesn't like it. He wants to be in the room I'm in. Also, he wants me to stay quiet so he can sleep. This cat. 6? Okay, we got 6. While we're doing stuff, ethereal conductors. No, I want... No. Class. Yes. Ethereal amplifier? I think it's ethereal amplifier. So I want 6 snow linen and 6 red pie lumbers. Is it conductor or amplifier? I need an ethereal conductor. Integral lumber, Alcaden velvet, and a puppetus leather. I'm just going to buy the leather. The lumber and the velvet I can get. How do you spell it? O-P-H-I-O. Should get me there. I need 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I need 6 arcane velvet and 6 integral lumbers. So I need 30 integral logs. Ultima Thule. Could stop by that Mender system right there, but oh well. Let's just see what happens whenever I just say go. 'Cause I'll bet there'll be some other stuff I need. This is not Ultimate Thule. What I meant to do was go to Ultima Thule. What I did was go to Mirror Elementor. It's fine. This is fine. I don't need water crystals. Still don't need water crystals. Alright. What am I looking for? No. Oh, I'm right there. I know, you're special and you're shiny, but I need to get this other thing first. Time for some integral logs. I need 30 of them. Oof. This music. Really did enjoy the music from Final Fantasy XIV. Particularly Heaven's Word and Endwalker. Yeah, so I just need one more patch. So I got my 30. Okay, so what else do I need? Arcane. Arcane cotton balls. 5 arcane cotton balls for 1, and so 30 of those as well. Okay. Can do. Riatara. That's where I just freaking was. I'm grabbing this just because it's here. Surplus. We're not going to get that sparkly one. We're too busy. Have to get it next time around. Nothing hidden at this point. Okay, well, cool. Gather these 3 and then continue our search. Okay, I'm gonna grab an alien onion just because I'm here. And then 30 of the Archaean cotton balls. Ooh, nope, not getting that. Okay. Perfect blue. Keep on this ways. Keep going until we hit 30. Next patch should do it. We'll get a little surplus. Wait, no, that's it. We got it. I'm going to trust that that's all we're going to need, despite all the evidence to the contrary. Whoa. No. Let's just go to Haute Chalin. No, before we do that, what else do I need to grab? Elpis. That's nowhere close to here, is it? It's nowhere close to here. And for the 3rd time in 2 hours, I'm going to go to the bathroom again. Too much coffee. Wake up, computer. Come on, you're supposed to be helping me monitor. Come on now. Okay, here we go. All right. So let's see here. What next? I'm getting staples, right? Elpis staples. Where are the Elpis staples? Oh. Anagornosis? Anagornosis. Is that where I am? That is where I am. Cool. Whoops, I did the right thing. I accidentally did what I meant to do. All right. All right. Verified ironwood log. That's not what I meant to get at all. Maybe it'll work. Nope. Okay. I'm busy. All right. Let's see what we got. I'm looking for blue, aren't I? Yeah, gathering it before it hits that green is not even worth it. That's not what I want. I need blue, not green. Go the opposite direction of where it's telling me. Ah, blue. Yes, blue. I need 6. Help us stay for space. One. Oh, I didn't get it. 98% chance I didn't get it. Are you serious? 49 times out of 50, I would have gotten that. That's one. Wow, this music. Two. Gathering Storm. 3. Verify I have 3. Yep. I need 3 more. Two more. Then I'll catch that that sparkly if it's still there. Whoops. One more. Okay. All right. 6. That is 6. So now, what do we get to this other vegetation patch that's right there? Nope, don't need that. Man, I don't really need any of this. I guess lightning crystal. Check on the legendary tree and then we will be done. I think this is the tree I can't harvest, but we're going to try anyway. I love banking. I love banking so much. Oh my gosh. I love banking to an unreasonable, illogical amount. Every time I see it, I'm like, ah. Yep, that's the one I can't do. Yep, can't do that one. All right. So, now, let's go to Charlan, craft everything, turn everything in. Start with secondary. Okay. Carefully make this first one, and then haphazardly make everything after that. $20 is good enough. Oh, should have paid attention. We're fine. Would have been a really good time to do high quality right there. Okay, we have a length of integral lumber. Ooh, 8? Alright, let's do it. I'm going to be able to use that for other stuff. Level up? Ah, so close. Okay. And the other stuff we need to make. Yeah, because like I can use the bow. I can use the cane. I think I already got the cane though. Use all this earring crap. Spinning wheel. Yeah, lots and lots of goodies. Okay. So Spectacles returns on the subs. Drop locations for a couple of them now. Okay. Weaver. You'll carefully and gently make the first one, and then haphazardly throw the rest together. Good start. Okay. We'll do it again. Nice. All right. Oh, I got this in the bag. Oh, he said right before he ran out of CP. We're all good. Okay. The other 5. Okay. Switch back to Carpenter. And let's craft this bad boy. Serial conductors. Start with a good one. All right. You know what? That's close enough. I think we're gonna move from there. That's good enough. All right, that's 1. Let's equip our better gear. That's still our worst one. All right, that's fine. Time to make the others. Close enough. So we go to this. That should be all right there. Four to go. I don't think I need to worry about. We're not going to get that the rest of the way there. I'll save us a step. And that's all we need right there. Two to go. Rest of the way. You know what, that's close enough. We're going to roll with that. Rest of the way there. That is. Okay. One to go. Two more. One more. Hit two of these. You know what? I'm just going to get the last one since we're there. Yep. Okay. I believe I have all the goodies that I need to turn in. So let's turn them in, shall we? Okay, so I can't turn in the ethereal conductor with the carpenter because the carpenter is too low of a level. However, I believe the leather worker is high enough, and he is. I'm counting on you to make some ethereal conductors. They will allow me to project the aether captured from the starlands into the water. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have the purple scripts now instead of the white. You have my gratitude.
Truly, I'm blessed to have crossed paths with a craftsman such as yourself. I believe our fateful union is what shall lead us to the rediscovery of the Azure Star. Hurrah! Excellent. And I have nearly everything I need. Just one last piece, and we'll be one step away from the completed star lens. Even if I'm unable to find the Azure Star, meeting you has taught me the importance of perseverance. It's a lesson I shall never forget. Oh, what am I saying? Of course I will find it. I must. It's a dream I've spent the last decade pursuing. Exactly. Keep up the good work. Yes, I'll continue to give it my all. When you find the time to craft the final missing piece, please come by and find me. I'll be here eagerly awaiting your visit. Thanks to his support, the fire in my heart grows by the minute. In fact, it feels almost as though a Freed has taken up residence within me. Steam level increased. Jude now considers you a friend he can confide in. New quest will be available at level 90. Oh, we're so very close. But no cigar. Culinarian, however, can turn this in. Let's go. Oh, fragrant oil. This will be the secret ingredient in our fourth and hopefully final test batch. Oh, crap. Whoops. Level up. She said something. We've done it, Pietro. The aromatic temptation of the fourth batch has proven irresistible. Oh, Let's Stand patrons have even started placing orders for us to bake more. In a happy coincidence, the new oil is served to plump up our loaf until it resembles a small, scrumptious little cloud. I even measured the fat content just in case, and we were well within the acceptable parameters. Surely now we've achieved true bakery perfection. I suppose there's only one way to find out. Let's head over to the cafe and ask for Master Dickens' verdict. Sure, let's do it. Please, Master Dickens, don't leave us in suspense. This is unacceptable. Oh. I cannot have you baking bread that's more delicious than mine. You have outdone yourselves this time, full marks. Oh, yes. Good job. Now that we have the Master's unconditional approval, I believe that signals an end to our testing process. We make a wonderful team, Pietro. How disappointing to find you frittering away the hours like this, and here of all places. You set aside my assignment on digestive issues to pursue the trivial art of gourmet cooking? I'll not deny it. This is exactly what I've been doing, and let me tell you why. The problem with Panelope was never a difficulty with digestion. It was an awful taste that made people feel ill. Lest you believe our efforts are in vain, I ask you to try a sample of our fourth test batch. I think you'll find the flavor much improved. Nay, I have no interest in your mundane concerns over flavor. The very subject sickens me. What I will do, however, is analyze the nutritional value of your much improved pan loaf. We'll see if it even meets the criteria for a proper meal substitute. What a nice fellow. So how'd your chemistry experiment go? I must inform you that your fourth test batch is a failure. It is sorely lacking in ascorbic acid, a vital nutrient, which any prospective meal replacement must contain. Deficient levels of ascorbic acid also leads to outbreaks of scurvy. It is an illness which often afflicts sailors on long sea voyages, and can also be prevalent in times of famine and hardship. Citrus fruits are an effective measure to combat scurvy, but one cannot always rely on a fresh supply of oranges or lemons. As such, the perfect meal of choice is one which readily fulfills that role. I've already succeeded in adding this nutrient to my original pan-loaf, and I'm prepared to make my submission to the forum. But the acid, how did you...
You expect me to reveal my techniques to one so blatantly disregarding my instructions? I'm so sorry, Miss Durberry, but you're hereby relieved from your current duty.
So be it. I will perfect our version of panel loaf without your assistance, and submit the recipe as a contender to your own.
A contest, then? And may the best bread win. Moreover, in the event your recipe fails to garner the forum's favor, I will see you disciplined for the misuse of research funding. Your punishment will be expulsion from my research facility. Nay, from the studium itself.
Oh.
Professor Gavroche, if you're so intent on ruining my employee's future, then I think I'm entitled to a question or two. From what old Mervyn told me, the two of you were once classmates. More than that, you were good friends. So I'd like to understand. Why do you hold so much hate for the thing he held so dear? Mervyn was an exceptional student, but he threw away his academic career for the love of a well-made meal. This cafe he built, incessant taste testing, nothing more than excuses to indulge in course after course of gourmet food and drink. 'Twas reckless pursuit of that passion that sent him to his early grave. Your fine dining is a curse. It befuddled the mind of a brilliant young man and slew him as surely as any slow-acting poison. Now, if you've nothing further to say, I shall return to my research. Swift, sure, efficient.
I had no idea the Professor and Mervyn were so well acquainted, let alone classmates and friends. At least now I understand why my actions upset him so, but we cannot give up. For the sake of Charlene's bellies, you must help me win the forum's minds. Our crusade for culinary quality continues. Thank you, Peter. I shall figure out this issue with ascorbic acid, and then we can start a test batch number 5. Although, I think it's time we had a proper name for our panel loaf. I nominate Mervyn Bread in honor of the Let's Dance founder. Let's get the oven heated up and show the professor what we and our loaves are made of. Yeah, let's do it.
It delivered the requested items. Esteem level increased. DeBron now considers you an irreplaceable baker. New quest continuing the story of the Faculty of Medicine is now available.
As Professor Gavroche so eagerly pointed out, the Mervyn bread cannot be considered a perfect meal until we load it with sufficient quantities of ascorbic acid. The problem is all the citric fruit varieties grown in Labyrinthos have distressingly low values of this key nutrient. Let's say it has something to do with how the false sun cannot entirely replace the effects of natural sunlight. Thus, for our purposes, we're unlikely to improve Mervyn bread's levels of ascorbic acid simply by adding the Labyrinthos orange or two to the list of ingredients. And yet the professor claimed to have managed the feat. The question is, how? He synthesized the acid himself? Well, yes, it's entirely possible. He may have manufactured the nutrient using elements extracted from readily available Labyrinthos produce. The process he employed, however, is a mystery. It would take me months of research on manufacturing method from scratch, but we cannot allow the professor to submit his panel loaf unopposed. We need to consult with another expert on the subject. Ratha Town is the home of alchemy, and with one of our noted practitioners, Master Gervais, that's the Near Eastern leading authority on nutritional science. I've never had the pleasure myself, but perhaps he will ascend to an audience if we show up to his doorstep. The new Aetherite allows us to travel to Thadnir directly, so that should save us some time. Let us be swift and sure. We might have to work on efficient.
Before we do that, though, let's show off our fearsome botany powers. You know, part of me thinks it odd that we now strive to emulate an ancient civilization. Would that not, after all, mean that we're taking a step back? Though this Elpis is as advanced as you say, perhaps it would prove to be a step forward. Enjoy your stapling. Goodness me, this material's unlike anything I've ever seen. Honestly, I find it hard to believe it's as old as you say. All the better for our work, I suppose. I was not expecting the materials to be quite so, large. However, they did manage to use them for crafting, I wonder. However did they do that? Oh, you know, imagination. Professor Tonkin and Higeshi took the items you brought and set to work emulating Elpis culture. What? I beg your pardon, Professor? Oh, my apologies, Higeshi. I was simply imagining what the people of Elpis might have sounded like. Accurately, somehow. We did our best to recreate the culture based on what you have told us. Frankly, I felt they would wander into a fairy tale at times, but I do find their way of life has its merits. Well, they do not waste time on the frivolous. Everything has a clear, functional purpose. Perhaps, but I find their clothes make it rather difficult to go about one's duties. It's entirely possible they do not need to engage in physical labor. Their proficiency in creation magics would led to the decline of their physical frames. Wielding writing quills and such was no doubt a simple matter, but it was unlikely they could bear anything weighty. What role do you suppose these masks played exactly? Mayhap they were averse to showing their faces? I would posit they distinguished each other not by their outward appearances, but by their ether. Or perhaps they all led such fulfilling lives they simply had no need to express themselves as individuals. I think such sophisticated civilization vanished in all but a blink of an eye. I wonder if all cultures are ultimately destined to meet the same fate. We'll discover that answer in due time, I'm sure. Though part of me wishes that we could live on like this forever. An interesting idea, Higeshi, but I'm not sure it's such a wise one. Still, it is gladdening to see you enjoy the cultures of the old world, so... Oh no, that's not what I meant. Not exactly. I was merely thinking how nice it would be if every day could be like this one, experiencing new ways of living together, studying the length and breadth of a people's history as a whole. We could see not but trends and tendencies. Like this, however, taking a glimpse of their lives day by day, the parallels between our cultures becomes quite clear. Even these ancients of Elpis no doubt enjoyed the simple pleasures of life as we do, taking each day as it came. It'd be oh so lovely if we could do the same, enjoying the simple pleasures of life, one day at a time. Why, Higeshi? You're exactly right. I sometimes feel I learn more from you than I do from my own research. Well, you flatter me, Professor, but I said nothing worthy of such praise. Studium delivery complete. You've delivered the requested items. Steam level increased. Higeshi now considers you a veteran matchmaker. New quest available at level 90. Oh, so close. And yet so far. Alright. Well. Long live the gourmet. The Yildabad. Hey there, boy.
Oh, I feel sick to my stomach. But it's nothing compared to the nausea I suffered after one bite of the professor's panel wolf. Come on, we'll find Master Gervais at the city proper.
To Razatan.
Hey there, Debray. So this is a fabled city of Razatan. It's even more vibrant than I imagined. Yes, this is my very first visit to Thavnir. To be perfectly honest, this is the first time I've ever left Charlan. Well, what have you, Peter? Have you ever been here before? Oh yeah, I've been here a lot. Well, then you can lead the way. I've studied the layout of the place from top to bottom in parchment, but in the flesh, I'd probably get us lost before you'd even taken 10 steps. The documents I've read mention Master Jaraza's affiliation with the High Crucible of Alchemia. I wonder, though. The man should be getting on in years. He may very well be retired. Anyway, it's somewhere to start. Let's head there now and see if he's still in residence.
DeBroy is now accompanying you. Keep her at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave DeBroy behind by entering a different area or by speaking with her and selecting the option to part ways. And there's the rest of that tutorial that we've watched dozens of times at this point.
To Alchemia.
That's cool looking.
Oh, now that is an impressive piece of alchemical apparatus. I wish they could concoct almost any mixture they pleased in such grand furnace. Oh, apologies, such lingering ethereal sickness. Let's pass on. Yeah, that's why I use the real crystal.
Avas? Never heard of the fellow. He may have worked here once, but I know no one by that name among my present colleagues.
I suppose he retired after all. Actually, considering his age, there's no guarantee the man is even... Well, let's consider he's still among us for the moment. Well, shall we continue our inquiries in the floor below? We should toadstool it.
Armadillo Boulder rolling his ball down the stairs.
How you doing there, boy? Not gonna lose your lunch, are you? Well, they spare no expense on this facility. When it comes to the field of alchemy, it would seem Razatan is mom's ahead of everyone else, even the learned professors of Charlan.
You're looking for Javaz, the alchemist. I'll be my great-grandfather. It's been quite some time since he last worked here.
Oh, no. Your great-grandfather? Well, he must have been a great man.
Oh, he is. Over 100 summers young and still going strong.
Oh, that's a prominent...
As a prominent scholar of nutrition and health, he always practiced what he preaches. Why, he's even spry enough to visit the tavern from time to time. If you head over to Mirror's Merain, you may have a chance to meet him there.
Oh, that's wonderful news. Well, thank you. I'm very eager to meet him. Oh, there you have it, Peter. Our next destination is Mir.
Oh dear. Aetherite Travel did not agree.
Oh dear. Aetherite Travel did not agree with me. Deep breaths. Whew. No, wait till my heart's in my hand. We go.
I want to take the crystal, but I don't think the crystal will get us where we're going. I have to watch the bazaar here.
All right. What do you think about the food here? Oh, my authentic Cornish curries. That spicy aroma is to die for. But as much as I would love to sample all the foods they have on offer, my gourmet research will have to wait. Speaking of which, I should have some curry. And I have some great haddock dip.
I'm going to check on this over here.
Well, so much alchemical equipment. Even with all the time I've spent at the Faculty of Medicine, I've never seen even half of these devices. Well, perhaps I should spend some time studying here at Avnir.
Wrong person. Do need to talk to that person before I leave Rosatan, though.
I don't see anyone who matches the portrait on the books, which makes sense considering how young he was in that particular picture. I wonder what he... Oh...
Miss? Just drops down. Pratt falls. Oh, don't you worry now, young lady. I will brew a remedy that'll get you back on your feet in a twinkling.
Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, I feel ever so much better. I've never heard of a bout of ethereal sickness lasting this long.
Oh, no, my dear. You're quite clearly suffering from a severe case of anemia. All the symptoms point to a lack of ascorbic acid.
Oh,
Without this nutrient, your body will have trouble absorbing iron, which in turn leads to a thinning of the blood, a disturbing pallor, and extreme fatigue. The medicine I gave you will remedy the immediate issues, but I strongly suggest you rethink your dietary habits. Oh, we would not want your youthful promise stolen from a fatal case of scurvy, now would you?
oh. Now that I think on this, I've been eating nothing but my panel of samples since we started all of this. It stands to reason our yet to be perfected meals would leave me low on ascorbic acid. Oh, Celiac saved me. I almost made my own mistake as Mervyn. Yeah, it happens. Your knowledge of the nutritional sciences is most impressive, Master.
Oh, it's just plain old Javed these days, my dear. No, I'm retired now. I have learned a thing or two about healthy eating and longevity over the years.
Oh, so you're jealous. I knew it. My name is DeBroy, and I study nutrition at the studium with Charlene. I came seeking wisdom from the foremost expert in the field. That being you, of course. If you know of a viable laboratory method for manufacturing ascorbic acid, then I humbly request you instruct me in the process.
Well, is not this a coincidence? It was not long ago that a professor from your studium approached me looking to solve the exact same dilemma. Yes, I know of a method. I was the one who discovered it, but the sweat of my brow comes at a price, Mr. Broy, and a rather rich one at that.
Oh, how rich.
The professor paid it without so much as raising an eyebrow. I'm afraid the cost of my services is beyond the means of an average student.
Oh.
Still, it hardly seems fair to turn away one at the gate. I'll tell you what. Why don't I make you a deal? You see, I've always been a lover of curries, and when you've eaten as many as I have, you begin to grow tired of the same Hannish flavors. Then I recently came to learn that an Eorzean-style curry plate that I am desperate to try. I have obtained the ingredients from the trader. I've never gone so far as to gather the ingredients so the cook here can take a stab at preparing the dish. But now, destiny has seen fit to draw a pair of Western travelers into my lap, and who better to make a Western cuisine than the natives of those lands, eh? So, here is my offer. You prepare the curry, and I teach you the method, provided my palate is properly tickled.
Oh, we accept. I promise you. We'll make you the most delicious curry you've ever tasted. But the other visitor was almost certainly Professor Govesh. That means the process he learned is one which can be followed using resources from Labyrinthos. And what's more, Eorzean curry is one of the last stand's most famous dishes. I've made it many times. First, you caramelize the onions to bring out their sweetness, and then you add the bouillon and dice the choice of meat and stew until tender, and be sure to skim the floaty bits from the water, of course. And then, here's my detailed explanation. You lost me. Sorry, you spoke too quickly. Oh, sorry, I did it again, didn't I? Anyway, yes, I know all the steps, aside from mixing the golden spice. Master Dickon always is the one to prepare that ingredient. If you could take care of that part, then I'd be more than happy to handle everything else. Sure, it sounds great.
As I said, I have all the ingredients you need, and more besides. Cook away, and let me know if you're running low on anything. Oh, my mouth is watering already. Synthesize a jar of the golden spice.
All right. Boom, baby.
All right. Next we have this. Go ahead and grab this while we're on the way.
Here you go, Debray. Oh, so how's that spice mixture coming along? There you go. Oh, it smells wonderful. Oh, this will give our curry the perfect amount of zest.
Zesty curry. That looks good. So this is what the Eorzean curry looks like. Oh, the colors. The aroma. Oh, it's so different to what we serve here. Oh, now, for the all-important taste.
So is it to your liking, sir?
It's fantastic. Oh, the more you eat, the more the layers of flavor compound into a harmonious orchestra of deliciousness. Oh, they say you can taste the chef's intention in the meal, and your determination to impress me has infused every bite.
Yeah, we got this. Well, then you'll share your method with us.
Of course I will. A meal such as this is worth more than a man's weight in gold.
Oh, so coconut milk is the key. Interesting. Well, thank you so much, Javaz. Sir, there's one more thing I would like to ask, if I may. What, in your opinion, is the biggest secret to health and long life?
A well-balanced diet is important, no doubt about that. But I believe you must enjoy what you eat. It always seemed to me that digestion is aided by how much one relishes the meal. And the better one's digestion, the more nutrients one's body absorbs.
Exactly. I've often thought the same myself. Oh, you've been a great help to us, sir. We wish you many more years of healthy living to come. And although I would love to more thoroughly explore Razatan's gourmet delights, we must hurry back to Shirlayan. Perhaps another time. Yeah, sure, we can be back here later.
All right. Let's get this begun with Malil. Welcome to Murder's Bed.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, hello. I did not recognize you at first. Are you here alone? Let me find you a table.
I'm actually here trying to find a Subnautica voyage or something.
Ruins beneath a bounty. Oh, would you be speaking of the sunken treasure vault? We have one regular, a historian, in fact, who could tell you all about it.
Go, dancers, go.
Ah, there he is. Professor Jalin. I thought I saw him come in. Although a somewhat private sort, the professor is quick to befriend those who share his fondness for Mehin's unique beverages. Offer him any drink from our selection. He should happily share everything he knows about the vault you seek, and a few other odd bits besides. Whatever you buy from him is on the house, by the way. If Merid found out I took coin from FFXIV, she would have me scrubbing pots for a week. Yes. Following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. Let's talk with Jailin. And what may I do for you, my Earlsian friend?
Oh, just a friendly chat. How about a drink?
Well, I certainly would not say no to a drink freely offered. Here we are, one of Manid's finest. Enjoy. Oh, lovely. Bottoms up. Jolene empties a cup in a single pull. That was very kind of you, sir, but I know that I'm being softened up. Now, what is it that you want from me?
Oh, I need to know about the ruins underneath the bounty. Somewhere under the water?
Oh, chasing down that old tale, are you? Ah, it does seem to appeal to the adventurous at heart. Now, where to begin? Might I assume you've heard of Azal? He was Khan of the Ari tribe who sailed with Arver from the mainland, and a key figure in the history of Razatan. His decision to aid the Axardora is what ultimately won them the war against the Gajura, thus allowing our predecessors to lay the foundation for this thriving city-state. The truly fascinating stories, however, concern his grandson, Azareth III, who was known for his deeds as satrap in Razatan's earlier days. What am I seeing in the way? That's what I'm seeing in the way. Some attest that this man traveled to another world entirely and returned with glittering riches. Others that he brokered an alliance with a certain worm of the first blood. Then there's the tale of the sunken vault, the one you can seem most curious about. According to this legend, Azal III claimed a small island somewhere in the middle of the bounty. There he built a structure reaching clear to the bottom of the sea, a deep and secret storehouse, and locked all his worldly wealth within. At the centuries since, whenever a natural disaster or hardship befell Razatan, folk would remember that tale of hidden treasure. Hearty souls would set out to claim their fortune, but precious few ever made it home. Would you like to hear more? Apologies, I have a slight tickle in. Oh, my cup appears to be empty.
Malil, another round for the professor.
Ah, I see we've reached an understanding. You're a sharp one, adventurer.
Another for the professor.
Oh, today was a splendid day to visit the Mayen. You're going to get progressively drunker. Jolene gulps down the newest drink with gusto. Where were we? Ah, yes. Those who did return from seeking the treasure vault refused, flatly refused, to speak of what they saw. Did this discourage others? Nay, quite the opposite. Such accounts only served to feed the legend, and the golden lure grew stronger than ever before. That reminds me of something Azam was saying. Azam is a fellow connoisseur of spiritual portables. yes, he is. Anyway, he was saying one of his acquaintances went after the treasure himself. This hasn't been since he set sail, I hear, but he did have... no, I can't say no more. Oh, you seem the generous sort. What kind of man would I be to encourage what is clearly a foolhardy quest? If my words sent you to your death, I could never live with myself.
I'm no stranger to peril.
Is that so? Oh, perhaps it is your turn to tell a tale then. What matter of dangers have you faced? The very edge of existence. From anyone else I would struggle to believe, but I recognize you now. You're the hero of the final days. A drink. I need another drink to settle my nerves. More of the same, please, if you could please.
As you wish. But this one is on your corn, Professor.
Jolene drains yet another cup dry.
Are you all right?
Anyway, you being who you are, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to share a little more. This friend of Aishama's, he was desperate to buy a treasure map, one which showed the way to the entrance of the vault. Seems he could only get it from some merchant. Oh, what's his name? I forget. Let's drink a toast to you, my best friend. Malil, more drinks.
Let's get him some water, please. Just a little bit of water. Need to get him some something to, rehydrate his brains.
Your drink, sir. Huh? Marvelous! I am parched. Jolene gulps down the cup of water. that little water! Oh, did you tell her to bring water? Still, it's probably for the best. That's very kind of you, really. My head was certainly thank you in the morning. I seem to have overindulged. I am put in minds of the words of Master Jolene. Be wary how much of the drink you swallow, lest it swallow you. Forgive me, I will subject you to more and more of these unseemly antics. If you want to speak with Azama, well, as I said, you share a taste for fine spirits. He probably came in as we were talking. I wish you fortune in finding your fortune. You appear to have learned all that Zim has to share regarding the undersea vault. To find out more, you'll need to locate the man by the name of Azema.
Whee! Hey there, Azema.
Yes, I am Azema. Who might you be?
I'm Peter Krolinsk.
All true, I'm afraid. My friend took a ship out in search of Azan's legacy. I've been watching for his sails ever since. I tried to dissuade him, of course, but he refused to listen. All he could talk about was finding the boat. And that look in his eyes. I knew it was not common gold or jewels he lusted after. He was hunting Azin the Third's otherworldly hoard. His ambition would not be denied. I see it in you too. That appetite for the mysterious and the unknown. But I'll not attempt to turn you from your path. I know too well the futility of that endeavor. So I will tell you what my friend told me. How he convinced a merchant in the bazaar to give him a rough location of the vault's entrance. It seems this merchant, one Zasal, I believe, is selling a map which shows the exact route. But my friend's purse was too tight for the exorbitant price. And with what meager wealth he had, he instead paid to learn that those ruins on a small island somewhere in the Bounty. And within those ruins lies the path to the deep vault below. If you truly intend on seeking Azal's treasure, I suggest you put your affairs in order. I wish things were different, but I do not believe my friend is ever coming home.
How bizarre.
Do.
What's this?
Please, Sashal, please! You must let me have that treasure map!
What's all this about?
My mother and father were slaughtered by monsters. My baby sister, still too young to fend for herself. Can you spare us no kindness? So, you hope to find your fortune? And what? You expect me to surrender my wares for pity's sake? What have you to offer in payment?
I have monies.
As I thought. Come back when you've more than rags to your name.
Oh, you're not a very nice fellow. Rather not pay this guy.
This is no mere treasure map. It is a guide to the vaults of Arzadal III, one of the great satraps of Radzat Han, and a direct descendant of Alzadal Khan.
A map to Alzadal's legacy?
So he says. A fake, I'd wager.
This is no fake. The parchment is marked with an arcane glyph of passage. You may find the ruins hidden in the Bounty, but you won't be setting foot inside without this in your possession. A priceless artifact it is, discovered amongst the rubble in the aftermath of the final days, and lovingly restored by yours truly. This map is the key to fabulous riches, and I'll be the king of fools to simply give it away. Be glad I am no such king, boy. Your scrawny-eyed would never return with that treasure alive.
What a lovely fellow this is.
Cruel fate! Why must you tempt me with wealth I am powerless to claim? How I shall envy the one who purchases that precious map. Whatever they pay will be but pittance against the golden hoards they stand to uncover.
This guy's in on it.
Hey, Estinian.
What of you, sir? Fighting man of your stature would surely relish the challenge of recovering Alzadal's lost fortune.
A fortune, you say?
If I had but the strength to seize that treasure,
My starving sister would never want for food. I'll take it. Will this cover the price?
Justinian's the one bad with money. Hey, Justinian.
Well met, my friend. Someone is dressed for adventure.
Yeah.
But why Favner of all places? Knowing you, I suspect there's more to your plans than sightseeing and shopping.
Oh, you know. I'm fulfilling a request.
Curious. And here I've acquired a map to just such a site.
With that sale, I do believe I've earned the rest of the day off. Thank you for your patronage, sir, but if you'll excuse me.
You needn't mind us.
And now I've fleeced one of the heroes of the final days. Pray the sisters were looking elsewhere.
This map may or may not be genuine. Either way, we'll need a ship to find out for sure.
Do the Ragnarok. I never took you for a treasure hunter.
Lest you misunderstand, I seek the treasure not for myself. If such a fortune truly exists, then it could help ease the struggles of those who lost their loved ones in the final days.
Justinian, you're so awesome. I freaking love you. You're the best character ever.
I hope to do for Thavnir what you and Alphino did for the Alamegans when you recovered the Mad King's trove.
Right.
Come now. You know Alphino needs little encouragement when it comes to recounting the tales of your shared exploits.
What are you gonna do?
Speaking of precocious lads, that boy in the bazaar was clearly an accomplice of the merchant.
Right.
Suppose his role was to draw the attention of the crowd and add weight to the merchant's bold claims. Transparent act for the most part. It was not all mummery. The need to provide for his sister rang true enough.
Right.
Thus, if some portion of the profits end up in that waif's pockets, then I will consider it money well spent. Whether the map leads us to the vault or not.
So, I'm struck by how gorgeous this area looks, and in particular, the way that the gold shines and reflects differently than the paint, which also shines and reflects differently from the stone, which shines and reflects differently from Estinian's outfit, which shines differently from the staff. All of those things are in this shot. It's a really good shot. Whatever. I was trying to get a way to take a screenshot, and it was not cooperating at all.
You are coming along, yes?
There we go. That's what I wanted right there.
Well, naturally.
I thought as much. Now, let's see about securing a vessel.
All right. So that doesn't have the gold that I was wanting. That other shot was the one I wanted. Alright, let's get a fourth potty trip out of the way here in 3.5 hours. Should be the last one before I finish streaming. So just thinking through it, I'm thinking that I'm probably going to be streaming all weekend. I'm probably going to stream most of the day tomorrow, and then again most of the day on Sunday. Just adding on, because I didn't get to stream much this week because I had all the interruptions from the cable. And, of course, Final Fantasy XIV was down. And so, yeah, I'm probably going to be streaming all weekend. And then all week next week. Good times. Good times coming. All right. Let's get it started with this, Dinian. You'll recall I spoke of visiting Fabner at Dimitri's request. Well, he finally invited me to a feast. Made his proposal once I was too full of Hannish delights to refuse. He wishes me to train with the Radiant Host in lance work. But this is a tale for another time. What we need now is a merchant or trawler with a ship fit for the open seas. Matsuya is a fisherman by trade, yes. We should head to Akshari and see if he can help us. All right. Let's mend. Oh, there's so much mending that needs to be done. All right. So next, let's head to Long Live the Gourmet. That's what we're doing. Yeah, Pictomancer. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay. Old Charlene. I am irrationally happy about Pictomancer. I'm just excited to think. So when I'm done with the stream, I'm going to queue, and I understand the queues are insane. They're like 40 minutes to wait for DPS, which of course it would be, because like they added 2 new jobs that were both DPS. But yeah, yeah, that's going to be what I'm going to do, like, right off stream, is I'm going to start trying to level Pictomancer as much as I can.
Thank you, Peter, for accompanying me on such a far-flung locale, and on such short notice. I don't know if I could have secured the alchemical processes from Javas without your assistance. But now that we have it, our next batch of Mervyn bread may well and truly be perfect. This time for certain.
Next quest will be available from Debray upon reaching level 88 as an alchemist or culinarian. Okay, so those are all finished. And I believe that there was a level 90 thing at Razat Han area. Yeah, down here. But, on now, wouldn't want you to have a heaven's wood. What am I doing? I don't know. I'm hitting buttons at this point. There we go. Looks like everything's normal enough as a summoner. Hasn't changed much from last time.
All right, Amric, let's get it started.
If you are ready, then let us set forth. You need but say the word.
Word?
Cool music. The beast has come. Now's our chance. Make ready. To me, my knights. Oh my. Blasphemy, profane Fafnir.
You're a big boy, ain't you?
For the glory of King Thorin. No, you're not he. A trick. It is a trick. Forgive me, Sir Vendro, but for the sake of all Ishgardians, we must strike you down.
Time to defeat the profane Fafnir. Divine flames shall consume you. The furies of satanic magic. Have a care. This guy just gonna put people away. In the name of Ishgard, we shall be free from your torment. Nice. The reckoning has come.
Do not underestimate me!
Stay on your guard. Oof. Okay. Get out from underneath him. Got it. Important lesson learned. Thanks for the heal. I'll try not to get right in the way of death next time.
We must stand our ground!
Oh crap.
You underestimate me!
Boy, I'm really just hitting all of them, aren't I? Oof. Continue your strength. This fiends empower the blasphemy. We must strike them down first. I think we're about to lose. Time to call upon the true power of heaven's word. Berserk, quickly take the time to cover behind my shield. Power. Glorious in Jordan. Well, he's just going to land wherever I am. Eminence, you'll return his eminence to me. Come on, go down. Come on, go down. Got him. Finally, it is over. Thus ends the tale of the Heaven's Ward. Let it not be forgotten. It was wrong of them to conceal the truth of our nation's founding, to abet the Archbishop in his machinations. Yet, in peering into our hearts, one thing became clear. They too had succumbed to primal manipulation. They too were victims. Flawed men, aye, and not without sin. British guardians, brave and true, as we all aspire to be. Having triumphed in their battle of ideals, I have a responsibility to all our people, their hopes and their dreams, their sorrows and their suffering, are mine to bear, and bear them I shall. For you had not vanquished King Thornton, or had I erred in but one of my choices. I may well have been the first to succumb to despair, to be reborn with a blasphemy.
A ridiculous notion. I'm more like to become a beast than you.
Thank you, my friend, for having such confidence in me. My apologies. It was not mine interest. It was not my intent to wax sentimental. Our work here is done. Let us return to the congregation. Everything is so pretty everywhere. Oh my God. Heading toward the strategy room? I should be glad to show you in.
Yeah, let's do it.
Peter, permit me to offer my gratitude for helping us overcome not only the blasphemy, but the despair which spawned it. This is only the beginning. On the face of it, we may have made tremendous strides in breaking down ancient barriers within our society, but there yet remain great rifts to be bridged. It is no easy thing to rise above a lifetime of preconceptions and prejudice. I myself have struggled to do so, as you must know. But I shan't give up. On the honor of my house, I will do everything in my power to build a new Ishgard, one in which all people can see eye to eye regardless of birth or station. Now then, I believe the deacon has some words for you too. Pray, lend him an ear. My lord Peter,
May I say how glad I am that you are safe and well? Just before you arrived, Lord Amaric explained to me the true nature of the man who became the blasphemy. The poor, confused creature was born of the Church's mistakes. And on behalf of the clergy, I give you my heartfelt thanks for laying it to rest. As we work to reform our institutions and bring about, rebuild our relationships with the people, we will remember and pray for those who have fallen into service of faith. And we shall pray for you as well. Wheresoever your path may lead, may the Fury ever watch over you and keep you. I shall leave it at that, then. Lord Amaric, too, wishes to speak, and would not do to keep him waiting. Peter, Lord Ontoriel, I thank you for the vital roles you played in ridding us of the profane Fafnir. Sure thing. Of course. As ever, the sight of you in combat was nothing short of inspiring. Oh, yeah. I messed him up.
With no more further reported instances of people turning the blasphemy itself no more, I should like to believe we are free of the scourge of despair.
My brethren and I shall labor to see that it ever remains so, by fighting to dispel the darkness in men's hearts.
And I shall fight with you, not only as a Speaker of the House of Lords, or as a commander of the Temple Knights, but as a man of faith in our God and in our people. Together, let us strive to build our nation with hope. Peter, by now you will be sick to death of being thanked, but I must nonetheless express an additional word of gratitude. Full oft have you saved our nation and our people. I speak not only of our lives, but of our hearts and minds as well. You have given us a great gift, that of opportunity and choice. And if we are to repay you for it, we as a nation must take advantage, full advantage, of our freedom to dictate a new course forward into a brighter future. What forward means we may not always agree upon, but as fellowish guardians, we shall find a way to rise above our differences and stand united. This is the nation that I will strive to build. This I swear to you.
Wonderful, my lord. Peter, given all that you've done to save us, I am loath to impose further, but might I trouble you for a word? Might I trouble you to bear word of our success to our officer in Razatan? We will, of course, be sending our report, but there is no substitute for a first-hand account. Our allies would benefit from the additional details you could provide as well. Our thanks again, my friend, and may the Fury speed you on your way. Of course.
All right.
What more needs doing? Yeah, okay. I'll eat some salad. Salad's more Peter speed anyway. And where to? You know what? Let's go to Razatan. Again, trying to let this be as organic as possible. Try not to force issues. Ah, my Lord Peter. By your return, dare I hope that the hunt for the blasphemy was a success?
Oh, yeah, we took care of him. That you would vanquish the beast comes as little surprise, but that this occasion would serve as impetus for the Church to embark upon a path of reform, it's incredible. I will share these joyous tidings with our allies without delay. If I may speak candidly, I must confess that being a great admirer of yours, when you have a moment, I should like to hear some of your adventures, if you would do me the honor. For the present, however, in my official capacity as this Guardian delegate, I offer you my humblest thanks for your immeasurable service to our nation. Huzzah! May now die this job specific gear for level 90 magical ranged DPS. Let's dye this hairpiece, shall we? We're going to run out of white dye. Okay, apparently we have to do this one at a time. That's fine, though. Aha, we can do two. All right, good. Okay. Looking mighty resplendent there. Let's see, this is Summoner. Let's go wacky speed. Get that fast cast going. Oh, not quite enough. All right, that's fine. Okay. And we're just going to turn the piety up to 11 on the scholar. for that one. Okay, so Pity's not working on it. Hey, I didn't tell you to go to sleep. Spell speed. Just that. Alright, it's working. Okay, that's all I can do at the moment. Okay. I believe we are down to only level 90 stuff. So, Scholar it is. We'll start with Bountiful Ruins. And while I'm here... Wait. Let's go to Palaka's Stand. There's a reason I'm doing this. Sharp-eyed Radiance is right here. Ah, you must be the adventurer I've heard so much about. Yes, that gleam in your eyes suggests you might be worthy of the burning field after all. Forgive me. I suppose I ought to show more respect to the hero of Razatan. You are doubtless quite busy, so I will not waste your time. Permit me to introduce you to the Burning Field, a steamed training arena where we Radiant hone our skills in preparation for felling our enemies in combat. You'll find no distractions there, just you and a wooden dummy. Imagine that a fearsome foe stands before you, and you strike it with all your might. The design of the dummy itself originates from the Far East, as is the practice of bashing it repeatedly to obtain martial mastery. That being said, he who fights with strength of stone and yielding breathes deep in the boundless sky and embraces serenity of rolling sea. Against him, none can stand. Sure, let's just get this thing done. I can tell you're eager to start trading right away. Yes, I have no doubts that you are worthy of such a place. In that case, feel free to practice there as you see fit. Simply speak with me when you wish to begin, and I shall be your guide. I believe I speak on behalf of the Radiant host when I say it is an honor to provide assistance to an adventurer such as yourself. And with that, let the striking commence. Alright, you now have access to the Burning Field. It's Sky, Stone, and Sea. Something you will never, ever use. Okay. It'd be one thing if it would be a way for me to, level up, but as far as I can tell, it's not. It's just a waste of time. So, yeah, I'm not going to spend any time on it at all. All right. Oh man, it's time for me to stop streaming. Alright, let me get through this scene. My friends, what brings you to our humble village?
Oh, you know, this, that, and the other. They were told to come here for some reason. I've already forgotten. I think it has to do with the Subnautica voyage.
So you need a seaworthy vessel to seek these ruins. Oh, consider those your deeds that allowed us first to return to fishing. I should think everyone would be happy for a chance to repay the favor. Wait here, I'll have a boat stocked and ready for you in no time at all.
So anyway, I said to them, you really want to fight? Have you noticed our little shadow? He's been following us ever since we left the city. We see you there, boy. Show yourself. Ah, it is you. Do you know how far of our way we walked so that you'd not cross paths with some wild beast?
I am sorry, sir, but aren't you the heroes who saved Vadner? Oh, you are. I know you are. And I've gone and cheated you. I work with Azal, you see, the map merchant. It is my job to play the bleeding orphan and convince the crowd his wares are worth the price he asks. I am ashamed for what I have done, and I beg of your forgiveness. If not for you, my sister and I would never have... Well, we'd be...
Enough, I knew your game, and I paid the price willingly. A fortunate purchase, as it turns out, for our friend here seeking those very ruins.
I was going there on purpose.
You are kind to overlook the wrong I have done you. But there is more you need to know. The map you brought is very real. It's for the island, it shows. I overheard Zahel selling the information to another customer. He told that man where he needed to search, about the ruins, about the vault, about everything. And then the man sailed out to find his fortune, never to return. You cannot go alone to that place. You should have more friends with you, perhaps even a whole army.
I do not doubt the ruins hold danger. I assure you, between the two of us, there is little we cannot overcome.
Please, I cannot bear the thought of...
Well?
Well, I might need a hand moving the traitor.
Assuming we even find any. Still, it may prove wise to bring some companions along the way. Any ideas of whom to approach? The signs have scattered far and wide since our last gathering.
We should bring Ishtar. She's amazing.
Ishtar. Her magics would be a welcome addition, but I'm loath to interrupt her research. Perhaps we could ask a less prickly companion.
Well, if you want agreeable, Gratia and Crowell are the most agreeable people there are.
Cryo would have her hands full rebuilding the students, but if you reach out to Graha, he'll surely leap at the invitation. Will that set your mind at ease?
Yes, if that man is as strong as you, is he strong? Is he strong? I mean...
Oh yeah, he's pretty strong.
What is your name, boy?
Marad, sir.
Well, Madrag, your life is yours to live as you will. But I suggest you find a more honest trade if you truly wish to keep your sister safe.
Oh, I'm not proud of what I do, but what choice do I have? We need to eat, and everyone's too busy rebuilding their own lives to bother with two grubby orphans.
Wait. Boy. I didn't take this roundabout road just to see you end up in some creature's belly. Let me walk you back to the city gates.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Call me Astinian. Quest complete.
All right.
So we're going to get a really cool lunar envoy weapon for the Pictomancer. All right, we need to stop here. So let's start this cutscene, and then we'll get out. I shall leave you to recruit Graha. He'll appreciate the invitation, and much more, I'm sure. As I recall, he was based at the Annex. Someone there ought to be able to point you in the right direction. Let us be off too, Midrad. Do me a favor and don't stray from the path. Quest accepted. And we'll stop there. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I should be back tomorrow morning.
and we're gonna probably play the heck out of this weekend. So, look forward to seeing you then. Have a great one.